It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. We are live every night, 6 to 10 p.m.
Oh, yeah, baby. We're live.
Look, I don't want to, say that this is a better show than anything else on the radio, but what else are you going to listen to?
Yeah, this is better. Right.
I have a feeling a lot of people, they used to they used to listen to the show, and they used to go inside their home, whether, house, condo, apartment, whatever,
sure,
and turn the radio back on.
Yeah.
They're tired of watching TV and movies.
With the iHeartRadio app, Tim, they can literally take it anywhere they want.
Easy.
Continue with the listening.
Peasy. That's exactly right.
I really do like it. That's what I do. I listen to KFI iHeartRadio.
I was listening to iHeart over the weekend, and I don't often listen back to the show, but I wanted to hear a specific thing because I think I swore in it. And I wanted to make sure they caught it, and they did. But I was listening to Angel Martinez, and her laugh is so great on the air. And so I just wanted to give her a huge...
Well, her everything is really great on the air. She's got a great voice and just a great presence on the air.
Traffic's not so great, but her laugh is great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can hardly pronounce names of streets and stuff, especially in other cities. So, the traffic reports are marginal, but thanks for the compliment.
Yeah,
she's phoning a lot of that. She makes up a lot of accidents.
Well, there you go.
Workarounds, you could tell. She's never been in the area.
When I was just a young lad, I was starting my career. I started in Buffalo, New York, full-time. It was my first big full-time job. And Fritz Coleman, by the way, was the afternoon guy, and I was the evening guy. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
So anyway, when Fritz left, I moved into afternoon drive. And we didn't have a helicopter. We didn't have anything. But the station up the way had a helicopter. And I would write down there, and so you could monitor them with just by pressing a little button on the board, and I would monitor their traffic reports, which came on at a specific time, of course, and I'd write down all the information. Then I'd say, let's check out traffic now, and we'd play the chopper, and I would just read the report.
Oh, that's
it was great. It was amazing, but it was, it's what you do.
What year was that? What years?
In the 80s.
Oh, my God. Because they got... There was some bad winters in Buffalo.
Brutal.
In the 80s. 81, 82 was horrible.
Yeah, I want to say this. There was a 70s, the blizzard of 79, maybe it was, or something like that.
Because I was in Bowling Green, 81, the winter of 81, 82, and it was 70 below zero at one point with the wind chill factor.
The thing about Buffalo and Cleveland is they point at each other and go, I'm sure glad I'm not living in there, and whatever it is. Buffalo says that about Cleveland. Cleveland says it about Buffalo.
Do you remember what Reggie Jackson said?
What was that?
Reggie Jackson was playing for the Yankees, and he said, they asked him, what's one city you would want to be traded to? And he goes, oh, that's easy. I'd love to be traded to Cleveland and play for the Indians. And they said, why is that? He said, just so I don't have to make another field trip there anymore. That's a great line. But
there were some rough winters for sure.
Wait, 1 second. You're the weather guy. Yeah. What is the lake effect? What does that mean?
So that just is the air moving over the lake, over the the cold air moves over the warm lake, warmer by in relation,
right?
And the effect of precipitation is just enhanced because it's moving over the lake. So,
and that's why they get so much snow?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, so back to where you're Buffalo.
What I was saying was that on the snow is that because you made me think of it, because some of these bad winters, people would abandon their cars on the freeway and literally get their cars plowed over with snow. Wow. And there were huge piles of snow on either side. And they'd pick up their cars when the snow melted.
Like in April?
Yeah, sometimes it was months.
Wow.
I mean, it's really incredible when you think about it. It's a different kind of scene.
We've got some problems in Hollywood with cars that are being towed. You're not going to believe what they're facing with these charges to tow these cars out. It's unreal.
Anger in Hollywood boiling over. Dozens of cars towed blocks away from the Oscars, towed before the big event, costing residents and workers hundreds of dollars. Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf is live in Hollywood, where neighbors describe a towing frenzy. Matthew?
Yeah, that's their words. They're calling it a towing frenzy. We're about a half mile from Dolby Theatre tonight. You can see the road, Hollywood Boulevard, is still closed.
You know, you would feel like you're safe a half mile away. They're not going to tow your car.
You wouldn't think. No.
Half mile. You know?
Closed, security's still high. And then if you loop around this road, all the cars were towed as well as beyond where we are right now. Shadow of Hollywood's biggest night, a mass towing operation catching dozens of drivers off guard.
Well, how about the haves and the have-nots last night? The very wealthy, you know, some billionaire actors, actresses, producers, writers, directors, and then the guy who just has a 1978 Toyota, you know, or Volkswagen Bug, and that's getting towed and he can't afford it. Oh, it's horrible.
Like tons of cars, at minimum 100.
Streets full of cars, blocks from the Oscars, taken to an impound lot where it cost a minimum $409 to get them back.
Oh, you know what? The Academy should pick some of these up, I think. You know, they're making millions and millions on this show, and these poor people are just getting by. I think the Academy should pick it up. You know,
that'd be a publicist's dream. Some publicists should come up with a plan to have, you know, one of these.
Yeah, like one of the big actors or directors or writers, you know, maybe Paul Thomas Anderson.
He didn't win an Oscar last night, but he won the hearts of these people who had their vehicles towed, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Change Oscar's name to Caesar because they're just loading up, you know. My pockets are hurting too, man.
I've never seen anything like that in my life. It was a frenzy.
Marianne King took these pictures of signs that say no parking 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday only.
Okay, well, if there's no parking signs there,
then you gotta, you know, shame on you.
Nah, it's horrible.
As cars got towed away Sunday morning. Other signs nearby also mentioned Sunday restrictions. She says the confusion was obvious.
These signs even confused the officers that were assigning tickets. When I questioned, you know, does this sign make sense to you? They were like, no, we don't know why we're giving tickets.
They should fight these in court, these people. I think they'd win.
Dolby Theatre is about a half mile behind us, and all the cars were towed today here on Wilcox and even streets further away.
There's a high school down the street. Like, there's so much people's lives who are literally just has to be accommodated for this. I mean, like, love the Oscars, great. Hope to be there one day for sure. But it's just like, it's definitely frustrating.
Outside apartments and businesses, streets left empty of cars. Dozens, if not more, now paying the price for the Oscars without tickets to the show.
Because these big parties are happening, it doesn't mean that people stop living. It doesn't mean that people stop existing. You can't just remove human beings and charge them for their existence just because you're going to have a party.
I'm with that lady.
So drivers that had their cars towed, you can see they had to call 311, which we did, trying to be one of those drivers, who then you get transferred to another number to try to find where your car is.
Here we go.
And then you get put on hold. Finally, we were able to locate the towing yard, and again, that price around $410. Wow. Reporting live tonight in Hollywood, Matthew Seedorf, Fox 11 News.
That's pretty brutal.
That's too much. That's way too much. It's horrible.
We got our car towed just recently. And first of all, you do feel sort of violated. You know, you can only imagine. You know, but on the other hand, we did park in this lot where there's, but we thought everything's closed. We can park here. There's one little sushi place open in the corner, but the entire lot is free. So I park all the way on the other side and go into the restaurant next door. There was a line to get into valet anyway, so I thought, I'm just going to park here. So I come out of dinner, and the car is gone. It's clearly been towed. And then, oh, man, you know, and it gives you a number to call, right. You know. So we call the number, and, you know, we get an Uber over to the lot, the tow lot, and there they've got my car, and it's, you know, just like this one, like $400 and some odd dollars. It's really, you know, but there's no, and, you know, Courtney's all like, we're going to tell them there's no, how can they dare take it? And I said, we're wrong. We're in a tow lot. We're in a tow zone, and we got towed. You just can just cool the attitude, okay? Because believe me, it doesn't do you any good when you show up and you're angry at the tow guys. They're just doing their job. So anyway, we're there. So now we're shooting the breeze with them, waiting for the car, waiting for them to process whatever. And that's the lot where they found the woman's body in the, he told us the story. Pretty crazy.
Oh, that is wild.
Yeah. A
What
woman's
story.
body in the trunk or whatever it was.
Trunk of a Tesla or something.
Yeah, exactly. It was in a Prius or Tesla. Yeah.
That's
pretty crazy. That was just eerie, to get your car.
So that's
out of
recently.
That lot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh man. I was living in.
By the way, last thing, Tim, sorry to interrupt, but I asked, how did you know that he said, well, there are cameras. They can monitor the lot. Somebody from the management company calls. That's news you can use.
Really?
Like, the lot looks empty and you're thinking, well, who's going to be able to notice it? They're all under cameras now.
Oh, that sucks.
So anyway, go ahead.
And there was nobody wanting to park there. I mean, I don't think a lot was full. It's irritating.
He said that that management company, they're real ball busters. So
when I lived in Koreatown, I had a 92 Mazda ashtray. It just smoked and it always broke down. But I was going to a party and I needed a ride, and that was before Uber and before Lyft. I couldn't afford a cab. I was pretty busted out. So I called AAA and I said, hey, I need AAA. I got 4 tows a year for free. I said, hey, could you tow my car? And he goes, yeah, what gas station? I go, a friend of mine's going to work on it. He goes, oh, where's your friend live? I said, up in the Hollywood Hills. He goes, all right, so we could do that. And he towed me up to the party.
Wow.
He towed me in my car to the party and left the car there. I said, just leave it here. We'll push it into my buddy's yard. He'll work on it. So I called after the party. I had to call AAA to get a lift home, with the car. And I got the same guy. And he's like, buddy, why do I have to tow this car around? Why don't you just tell me what you're doing?
Yeah.
I could have dropped you off. It would have been one of your tows. Why'd you make me tow it up here and then tow it back?
Did you tip him the first time?
I didn't have any money.
Oh.
Quiet ride back, though. I'll tell you that. Sitting next to this tow truck driver, he's angry as hell.
I always tip tow truck drivers a lot.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
they're working their ass off.
Yeah, but that's very funny. And like, if you don't have any money, you have no money to tip.
I had 4 free tows.
Yeah.
So I used 2 of them on that party.
It was clever, except for the part where they get the same
Unfortunately,
guy.
I got the same effing guy.
A great plan foiled.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey, where are you going? Are you going to another party, or another gas station? Where is there an after party we're towing you to? What's going on with you?" All right.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
Monday.
Yes, then. And all know Laverne
And my
Shirley.
son wins 6 Oscars. He used to announce the Oscars. Ernie, didn't he?
Yeah,
do the
on
promos,
ABC,
right?
yeah. Sunday. Who's going to take home the big prize?
Hollywood's greatest prize, Sunday.
Then.
My son wins it all.
And then afterwards, it would be like Oscars, 4 to 8. Then funniest home videos.
And a Barbara Walters special. Remember she used to do those Barbara Walters?
Oh, yeah. And always made people cry.
Yeah, that was her big thing.
That was her deal. All right, let's talk about there was a bear on KTLA that got into the live shot.
This is wild.
This is crazy. This woman could have been killed. These bears, when they attack, their claws, one swipe could kill you.
Sure. It was interesting because she was there to report on the bear. And so it had an almost controlled environment feel. But what you're saying is true, which is it might feel like a controlled environment, but if that bear decides to come at you, it's over in seconds.
Yeah, you can't run away from that bear.
Yeah.
That bear will knock your ass down.
So she's doing a live remote.
Yes.
And they go to her for like one of those teases, right?
Yep, exactly. Yeah. And she's there, and in the background, there's a bear. A live bear.
Good morning. I'm Erin Myers in Monrovia. A bear attacked a woman walking her dog in this neighborhood, and now they're trying to determine if it is the same bear that lives underneath the house here behind me. All those details coming up.
Wait, what was Erin? What was her name?
Morning, I'm Erin Myers.
Erin Myers. Okay, let's find out. Erin Myers could have gotten killed today with this bear.
And yes, we all see that bear off to the right side. We'll get back with Erin in just a moment. We all know California.
I see it now.
Okay, let's go back to Erin Myers. We're going back now. Erin, what are you seeing out there?
They're panicking in the studio, Tim.
Yes.
Hi, you guys. You can see the bear actually walking into the trap, or nope, it was going to, but now it's walking out. We're going to step back a little bit.
Wow.
We're
Seems like a
told
good
by
plan.
the man who lives here that this bear has been here for several months, and they do believe it has a baby that's also living in the house.
Oh, don't mess with the baby bears.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah. You know, a typical human being has about 160 psi in strength with their bite.
Oh, that's very good.
Bears in the thousands. The strongest animal, I think, with the bite, you know, we're at 160 psi. The crocodile, 16,000.
Jeez.
16,000. So 100 times our bite.
That's brutal.
Not 1,600, 16,000.
Yeah.
So a crocodile bite is 100 times stronger than human beings. Have you ever been bitten by a kid, you know, like on a playground or whatever?
Probably in my life at some point.
It hurts like F.
Yeah.
This is a crocodile's 100, you know, 100 times. That's wild.
So it's walking out this way. We may get back in the car depending on what it does.
Yes.
But right now you can see it here.
Get in that car, Erin!
In the driveway. They say he usually or she usually comes out a couple times a day and just hangs out in this neighborhood a lot. And you can see her right there going onto the grass. And they don't know, I do want to say they don't know if this was the bear that attacked the person walking.
Just ask it. They'll tell you, you know. Hey, are you that bear? You with the kids, the pups, the cubs?
Person walking.
Hello, I'm walking here.
Person walking. That woman did have her dog with her. The bear swiped.
You can hear that this reporter, Erin, what's her name? Erin
Myers.
is really distracted.
Yeah.
She's trying to
Got
do the
one eye on
report.
first base.
Yeah. Keep an eye on this mother bear.
Right.
Did have her dog with her. The bear swiped her leg, we're told. She's going to be okay, but this is like around the 700 block of Oakglade Drive. And once again, this bear had been here for some time. Residents say...
I thought they should be sleeping now. Aren't they still in hibernation? Or they've come out?
Maybe not in Southern California.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Residents say they have seen it for quite a while, and you do see Fish and Wildlife here too. They are out here monitoring the situation. And guys, this is the second time I've had a bear show up on live TV with me before.
Wow.
So pretty close, but it is walking away from us. They are most likely trying to trap it. We don't know what they will do with the bear or if they're going to be able to get the baby either. We haven't seen the baby.
Yeah, they trap the babies and the bear as well. But bears generally hibernate from late autumn to early spring, typically entering the den around October, November, and emerging in March. They're coming out of hibernation.
Oh, so this is coming out of hibernation, yeah. Period.
So they sleep for October, November, December, January, and February. So they sleep for 5.5 months?
That sounds so great.
God, is that great? Wouldn't that be awesome?
I'd like for just a solid night.
Just put you out. You know, Doug Steckler, my old radio partner, he hated New Year's Eve. So he would have a guy come by the house when he had money. When he had a guy come over to the house, and he was a... what do they call it? The guy that puts you under when you're having
anesthesiologist.
He hired a personal
Are you kidding?
anesthesiologist to come in and put him out.
Like a Michael Jackson move?
For 2 days.
Man, that's pretty dangerous.
And he said he also had
crazy.
another guy to put on the rubber sheets. Because
the whole thing is
inevitably,
of course, you're going to be
duke yourself.
Okay.
Thanks.
With her, but
I'm sorry. What was that, Belia?
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you sleep for 2 days.
The rubber sheets was enough, Tim. You didn't need to go with the specifics.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Okay, all right. We know.
From his butt.
All right.
Hole. God.
With her, but the man who lives here, he tells us he has his dog here too. He doesn't let his dog in the backyard right now because of the bear.
Yeah, dog's no match for this bear.
There we go. It's running into the yard because the car is coming. You can see it going up that way.
Oh, this woman is she should get an award for this. Golden Mike.
But there are quite a few bears in this neighborhood, people say. And we have seen a lot of people walking this morning, walking their dogs. You can hike in this area. A lot of people on bikes.
You know, these bears are going to eventually take somebody out, and it's not going to be cute anymore.
Right.
You know, when a bear eats somebody live on TV.
Oh, well, that's not good.
That's not going to be great.
No.
So we're just going to keep monitoring the situation out here. It's behind the palms up there. There you can see a little bit of it. But yeah, live, this is the first time we've seen it this morning. And the gentleman who lives in the home, been here for several months. First time most of the neighbors here have told us that they've ever seen a bear actually attack somebody.
If that bear does attack somebody, you got to put that bear down then.
Right.
That bear, that's just the way we operate.
mean, the two movies, the one would be the horror movie where people start going missing and no one knows why.
Right.
And actually the bear's under the house, but we, the audience, know. That's the kind of thing. So we could see the peril that's every time somebody, the postal delivery person, the Amazon delivery person,
all missing.
People, and then one of the family members goes missing, and then they can't figure it out. The lighter version though is
Disney.
That the kid, the Disney version is the kid is befriended by the bear, right? And doesn't want to let mom and dad know that the bear's right under the house, right? So he has to cover all of these different sounds and things, right? And then of course the big bad sheriff wants to take the bear away, right? For the reasons that the bear's dangerous, even though little Timmy is in the story. Little Timmy has bonded with the bear. That's the way I see it, Tim. Those two ways, you go horror film or you go, bonded, lighter, Timmy is attached to the bear.
Right, but this is eventually what it's going to sound like. You're going to have, Mark's right. You're going to have two distinct movies.
Get your hands off of me.
Be careful, reporters, with those bears. We don't want to see that. And we don't want that to happen. That's
would be
horrible.
very ugly.
That's the worst. All right.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
Very popular show on YouTube.
Yeah, called The Mark Thompson Show. It's a lot of politics and news. Gotten a little heavy lately, as you might imagine.
I bet.
But
that's
I just learned a harrowing tale of your personal life.
Oh, when my blood transfusion. Yeah,
that's a big deal, man.
I was born in October of 1963. I was Rh negative.
Yeah.
And I had a full blood transfusion, and the new blood wasn't taking. And the doctor said to my dad, he's got a 50-50 shot of making it this week.
I never knew this, Sharon.
I didn't know that
This
either.
is unreal.
Which my dad then...
almost lost the kid.
What happened?
Yeah, my dad then said to my mom, maybe we shouldn't have named him after your dead brother.
Wow.
I was kind of quiet after that.
Yeah.
I'm named after my dead uncle.
I still don't understand this.
Because I had an uncle, Uncle Tim Dalton.
Sure.
Who died when he was 6 months old.
That's sad.
And I'm named after him.
I think it's sweet that they named you after him.
After the dead uncle?
Well, I mean, it's a way to have his memory endure in some way.
He died at 6 months old. It wasn't like he was 80.
I get it, but I'm just saying.
Tragic.
I'm sure that it was a tragedy that was felt by the whole family, and this way they can have,
That's right.
This.
And I remind them of it all the time.
But you're not really Tim Conway Jr. then.
Right. I'm not. My dad's name is Tom.
This is weird.
Yeah.
The Dalton thing is the key.
That's right. Yeah. And so the doctor told my dad, you have a 50-50 shot of this kid making it.
Wow.
Because in 1963, when you had a blood transfusion, it's not like 2026.
Right.
There wasn't, I don't think there was an ultrasound. I'll have to look that up. When did ultrasound start? What year? What do you guess? Did ultra?
I'd guess like 1970.
You think it's that late?
Yeah.
Okay. It was developed in the 40s, but it didn't. The foundation for practical ultrasound was built by engineers in the 1950s. The first commercial ultrasound scanners were produced in the 1960s, and ultrasound became an essential part of parental care. Prenatal care, sorry. In the 1970s. You're right, Angel.
Wow, Tim.
So
there was no way.
So there was, like, have you ever heard the term trash can twins?
No.
This is a very sad story. But back in the early days, before 1970, the doctors were unaware that there were two babies in a woman's womb.
Oh, my God.
So the one baby was born, and then 2 days later, this thing would just come out, and most of the time it'd be dead, and they'd throw it in the trash.
Oh, my gosh.
And they were called trash can babies. Oof. But now we take it for granted that, that we can see the baby when it first develops a heartbeat.
Sure. So in this case, you're saying with none of those technologies available, you, Tim Conway Jr.,
I could have died.
We're hanging by a thread, as it turns out. In the movie, we're really going to play that beat.
Yeah, 50-50 shot of making.
Really going to play. We'll do it in flashback.
And so making it 62, almost 63 years is a walk-off homer.
Yeah, I mean, we wonder why he's cherished so much.
That's right.
The universe seems to cherish you.
That's crazy.
Did it, Timmy.
I did it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really impressive.
And I lived long enough to see a friend of mine win an Oscar.
Yeah.
I got friends who won the Kentucky Derby. Doug O'Neill won it twice. Mike Smith, I think, won it 2, 3, or 4 times. I've seen friends win Grammys. I've seen all my sports teams win a championship. The Kings, Lakers, Dodgers, Rams.
Yeah.
And it all could have been nothing if that, blood transfusion wasn't successful.
Yeah, that's right. And you live long enough to see your friend Mark Thompson get a YouTube show. That'd be pretty exciting for you.
That's right, Mark.
Yeah.
That's right.
Also on iHeartRadio and on Spotify.
It's called The Mark Thompson Show.
It's right there on iHeart, right next to the Conway Show.
Is the show RH negative?
It's negative. I'll tell you that. Very negative.
Is it TD negative?
It is, It's, I'm just saying.
All right.
Tough times.
All right. Very good. By the way, get your talkbacks in.
Oh, yeah. I love the talkbacks.
We do the talkbacks at 9 until further notice. Bellio, I'm liking the talkbacks. And since my name's on the door, I'm going to decide that we can continue doing them. Mm-hmm. So get your talkback in. Go to the app. Get the app. It's free. iHeartRadio, iHeart app.
iHeartRadio.
And then search for The Conway Show. Then click on the red button with the white microphone, top right-hand corner, and you can leave us 20, 30-second announcement or recording, whatever, and then we will play it on the air. And you will be the only person on KFI at that time speaking to perhaps tens of thousands of people.
That's pretty cool.
So knock yourself out. We'll do the talkbacks tonight, 9 to 10 p.m., and that means 17 minutes from now.
No,
we'll be knocking that out.
All right, that's exciting.
That's really exciting.
I listen to him.
And don't forget, if you missed the first hour, Charlie Fox, the greatest composer in the world, he wrote Killing Me Softly. He did the theme song for Laverne and Shirley, Happy Days, Love Boat, Why World is Sports, The Agony of Defeat. That was him.
Oh, yeah. No, he wrote that song. I mean, he wrote that music that was under that.
I Got a Name, another song he wrote.
Yeah, the Croce song.
Yeah, he's out there, man. He's great. He's a great dude. And he's got a brand new album that's out there called Salsa Till Dawn. Salsa Till Dawn.
It's got kind of an Afro-Cuba thing. In fact, Cuban beat. He recorded it in Havana, Cuba.
Yeah.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
We had Charlie Fox on. You can get that on Spotify. That's how kids listen to music nowadays.
Sure.
And there are some really great songs on there. Killing Me Softly, the Wonder Woman theme song, Sin tu Amor.
Without Your Love.
Yes. Let's play a piece of that here. This is Sin tu Amor. Charlie Fox on Spotify. What a career. What a life. This guy might be the world's greatest composer, and he was here tonight. So go to Spotify, and it's Salsa Till Dawn. Salsa Till Dawn. All right, Jane Fonda was angry at Barbra Streisand.
Oh, really?
What the hell happened? Why is she so angry?
You're my kind of woman. She said, I'm going to the bar.
Okay. Jane Fonda questions why Barbra Streisand did the Robert Redford tribute instead of her.
You're my kind of woman. She said, I'm going to the bar. I mean, that's what this night, this party, I should say, is all about.
The bar?
I mean,
no,
a good time.
Celebrating movies, and such great movies were celebrated.
That's Fonda,
wasn't it?
Oh, wonderful year.
Can I ask you, Jane, what did you think about the beautiful In Memoriam tribute tonight? Because, I mean, we lost so many greats this year. What did you think about the tribute to your co-star, Diane Keaton?
I didn't see that, but oh God, her passing really hit me hard.
Yeah.
We lost a lot of talented people, yeah.
Right? Tell me a secret about this outfit.
I want to know how come Streisand was up there doing that for Redford. She only made one movie with him. I made 4.
You made 4.
I have more to say.
What do you say it now? I mean, what do you remember most about working with Robert Redford?
I was always in love with him.
Here's a fresh take on working with Robert Redford.
I was always in love with him. Most gorgeous human being and such great values. And he did a lot for movies. He really changed movies, lifted up independent movies.
There you go. All right, so Jane Fonda was pissed at Barbra Streisand. She didn't seem that mad. I think it was like a
all
phony
good
anger.
natured. She did, I'm trying to see, she did Barefoot in the Park, which is sort of at the same time as The Way We Were, right?
Yeah.
So that they both did a movie with Redford around the same time. She did The Electric Horseman.
Oh, I like that movie, The Electric Horseman. Isn't it about horse racing?
I think he's
wasn't that juicing horses?
Yeah, I think he's a Western kind of rider.
Whatever.
And then she did Our Souls at Night in 2017.
Okay, nobody's heard of it.
That's why the rest of them I haven't heard of, so I'm sorry.
All right, it's going to be hotter than hell out there. Belly wants me to tell you that. Right. Why am I telling you that? You're a meteorologist.
I followed that.
Yes.
The coastline in some of the areas is going to be absolutely really hot in Southern California. We have an extreme heat going for you. Here's a shot, though, I thought you'd love to see. This is our time lapse from LAX looking down toward the ocean. See those marine layer fog conditions down there? Temperatures today stayed in the 60s there, but that will be changing, as you can see, on Friday until Friday at 8 o'clock. Record-breaking high temperatures are anticipated across Southern California, as temperatures will be between 95 and 100 degrees.
Wow.
And those temps, oh my goodness, we haven't seen those in a long time. 1988, actually, it did have 101 degrees up there in parts of the valleys, and that's the warmest temperature in March reported in the valley areas. Glendale right now, it's 90 degrees, and the snow is melting quickly up there in the high country for sure. It's 63, though. It's beautiful up there at Big Bear. 93 right now at Ontario. And if you look very carefully, you can see the marine layer clouds right down on the coastline. They extend all the way down to San Clemente.
Yeah, it's not a good time for skiers in Big Bear, because you know what snowflakes hate? Heat.
Yeah.
They hate it.
It becomes slushy and slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks like the snow is, it's over.
They call it corn snow.
Is that right?
Yeah, but it's,
God.
it's spring skiing and it's just slow,
Yeah, it's horrible.
At Snow Valley today, the snow season is over. Many of the snowmaking machines likely done for the year. Up in Big Bear Lake, it may still be winter, but it feels more like spring. There's still snow along the road, but not much of it, and you get the feeling this is really winter's last gasp.
I mean, it is a little disappointing, right? You want the kids to be able to sled and whatnot.
That's right.
But we came knowing there wasn't going to be much, but we would rather there be snow than not.
I was expecting a little bit of snow, but it's okay. It doesn't disappoint.
Up at Snow Summit, the resort is still open, but not a lot of people on the slopes, though. Most of the folks we spoke with today were out-of-towners, people who had this trip scheduled already.
I think it's a little bit slushy, so you cannot...
Corn snow.
Yeah, it's a little bit slushy, it's true.
You cannot control very good the skis, but it's okay. It's fun.
How would you describe it up there?
It's slushy, definitely.
Yeah, because it's 90.
So much so that Shannon Jeffries decided to exchange her snowboard for skis. At least it's cooler.
I knew she was going to do that.
You thought Shannon would do that?
Yeah, I knew she was going to do that.
She's not one for the slushiness.
No. She hates it. Mark, thanks for coming in. You're a giant stud.
Conway, I love you, and I'm still going to be listening, so watch yourself.
Okay. And the Mark Thompson Show on YouTube.
Yes.
You can catch more of Mark
the heaviness.
Thompson.
Conway, next Monday.
We'll see you Monday.
Bye, Conway Kid.
All right. Talkback's coming up. It is Talkback tip-tap time on KFI AM 640.
Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.